Jefferson. Very first American in history to write a strongly worded letter to their representative. Yeah. Our next roaster is the second president of the United States, one of the driving forces of the American Revolution, and nobody cares about him. If the Founding Fathers were in sync, George Washington would be Justin, our next roaster would be JC. Please welcome to the stage, John Adams.
Hooray! I'm John Adams. What a delight it is to be here doing a book report on the least important president, because I feel obligated because Fuckface and the Bald One got me a non-union TV gig 8 years ago. Could have used this when it was on Netflix. I love that Ryan and Eddie have a book that says, the British are coming, but the women are definitely not. A lot of people from Money here. Ben's on the 100, George is on the 1, and Eddie and Ryan are the face on the welfare check. I'm not saying Ryan and Eddie are gay, but the town criers saw them coming in and said, queer ye, queer ye. You know what's even crazier about that? They're straight. Those are just two heterosexual men who own a lot of wigs as a unit. It's great to be here at Schoolhouse Crack Rock. That's right, John Adams. I was president, I think. I think I rode a horse. Paul Giamatti played me in something. I fucking barely looked at my own Wikipedia. I literally opened up the slavery one and went, safe. I have like 3 things. I was born in Connecticut. I was the youngest of 3 children. I went to Yale. Eddie, did you know I went to Yale? No? That's because I didn't. That's from Paul Giamatti's Wikipedia. Let's continue special Ed Hamilton. George Washington is here looking like the Quaker Oats guy if he piloted the Amistad. I was supposed to be Captain Crunch, but fucker took it. I was actually shocked to learn how many slaves George Washington owned. I was even more shocked to learn that, and I swear to God this is true, in an article entitled Top 10 Fun Kids Facts About George Washington. That's like if they did an episode of the Magic School Bus where the fucker went to Auschwitz. Like, I don't know how fun of a kid's fact that is, Miss Frizzle, but that's a lot of shoes. They're gonna get worse. Thomas Jefferson. Look, I feel like the point of this bit was to make Thomas Jefferson black, but I think we just accidentally made Anyi Malik white. I didn't know this was possible, but I think after this, I get to revoke your N-word card. Me and Thomas Jefferson are very similar in some ways, like the fact we both died on July 4th, 1826, but we're also different in some ways, like John Adams was right-handed and Thomas Jefferson raped slaves. Some little differences. Thomas, I'm going to tell you what they tell J.D. Vance at every IKEA in America. Just because you paid for it doesn't mean you can put your dick in it. Aside the moral problems with fucking your slaves, you know what sucks about that? You were the president and you couldn't find willing pussy. That's the whole reason you become the president. JFK fucked Marilyn Monroe. Bill Clinton got a hum job from that fat girl. Like, they're getting it done. And then, I know they call Ben Poor Richard, but you're the one with the broke-ass dick. Oh. They're not all gonna be the Jew shoes. All right. Phillis Wheatley is here. Phillis Wheatley gave birth to 3 babies who all died as infants. She's such a natural writer, even her children's lives were short stories. This one's so stupid, but I really like like it. Phillis Wheatley's favorite book was the Bible. Her second favorite book was Shackle Lock Picking for Dummies. I did these in the wrong order, didn't I? Phillis learned to read in 3 languages and had her first poem published at 14, proving a black woman can do anything when she doesn't have Jefferson making her work the devil's butter churn. Did they churn butter in our time? I don't know. I kind of mix up colonial stuff and medieval stuff, if I'm honest. Many people believe Benjamin Franklin was the president. He was actually not the president. People believe that partly because he's on the money and partly because Americans are stupid. Benjamin Franklin, notorious pussy hound. History, it's true, he fucked a lot. History books refer to him as a philanderer, I'm assuming because it sounds fatter. They called Benjamin Franklin's penis Princess Diana because once it got to Paris, you couldn't stop that thing from finding a tunnel and hitting the walls. Okay, I read this is true. One of Benjamin Franklin's slaves escaped, which yeah, no shit, dude. Who are you picking in the foot race? A 300-pound man with gout and buckle shoes or any black guy? I'm gonna be honest, and don't get weird on me, I wasn't there, but if you were Benjamin Franklin's slave and you didn't escape, I don't know, maybe you didn't want it that much. Right? What's up? Yeah, his. Betsy Ross is here. I love your accent. You sound like transgender Bam Margera. Me and Don Vito are going to go take our estrogen shots. It's going to be fucking haggard. No, I love the outfit. You've ranch dressing, had an Aunt Jemima. That's great. It's weird that Betsy Ross is up here because I don't know if you guys know this. The whole story about her inventing the flag, fully fucking made up. That did not happen. It's the first thing that comes up when you look her up. But Ryan and Eddie were like, what are we going to do? Google another woman? It would make exactly as much sense to have Bigfoot on the thing. The thing they say Betsy Ross might have done is that George Washington wanted to use a 6-pointed star on the flag, and Betsy convinced him to use the 5. Because, man, can you imagine if America was committing acts of military violence on behalf of a country with a 6-sided star on their flag? That'd be pretty crazy. You guys would be kidding me. Let's not clip that one for Instagram. And King George III, like all third installments of a trilogy, fucking sucks. King George, it's true, was close friends with John Montague, the Earl of Sandwich, who the food is named after. He got the idea for that food from looking at the royal family and going, wow, they're all fucking inbred. King George learned the same lesson that the Confederates learned about 100 years later, which is America will fuck you up if you fuck your cousin. King George was an avid farmer, I guess just to know what it was like to grow something without an extra chromosome. We don't do that here. The closest thing America has had to royalty making their own vegetables was when the Kennedys gave Rosemary that lobotomy. God, that's such a smart joke. And I was so proud of it. But it's not funny. It just proves I read a book once. In summation, I didn't write a good closer, but I was pretty funny halfway through this. So thank you. Goodbye.
Keep it going for Ben Franklin's understudy, everybody. Us British have a king, but you had a short king. Come on, people.